wide open, and I say, and when you pick your day tonight, we're going to put those onto Michelle's calendar, okay? And she's going to get credit for all those bookings to get her business started. And that's it. Then I go into the recruiting, I do the same thing. Michelle's joining. Michelle would love to start with a friend. And some of you might be thinking, I wonder if I could do that. And if that's you, I would love to help any one of you start your business. Get started with Michelle. I always say it's so much more fun to get started with fun. So let's take a little minute right now and ask me questions. You're probably wondering why she decided to do this. Ask me questions about my business. Thursday, the 7th or 9th of September. Kathy, will either one of those work for you?
No. Is it bad?
Okay. So, Kathy, Tuesdays, Thursdays are not good for you, or just you're going to be away that week?
Yes. It's my birthday next week, so I don't know what I'm Kathy, you have a never-ending birthday. But I'll tell you what, you know what a great idea would be? To celebrate with all your friends. Did you know what was coming? You knew what was coming. You're not going to get that there with your girlfriend. So Kathy, Kathy, let's celebrate your birthday with Camper Chapel. In order to get our business started, our goal is to put 6 shows in this 3-week time period. These are the dates she has available. I know she would love it if you were one of her first. So if the 7th or 9th don't work, how about the 11th? Does that work for you? You always offer. Yeah, you always offer the next available date. Guys, that's key. Don't ever open a calendar and say, when do you want to have your show? And teach your people. Remember, you got to teach the culture. Don't assume that they're going to be smart enough not to open a monthly calendar and say, when do you want to have your show? Because they're going to do it. You have to teach them. They only use weekly calendars. You have to teach them. They always offer their next available dates. That's how you offer, just like a manicure.
Is that you're serious. This is
business.
It's a business. Just the way you come off. It's just they're like, oh, that's I mean, obviously they have all kinds of, their answers, right? They're like, oh, that's the way. So they start.
You just go, I was
Do you
doing
find
it. Okay. No, I don't, but is it going to happen?
Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Okay. Here she said, what if you push them a little bit too hard and they just book the show and then they cancel or they bail? Well, guess what? That's part of business. You have to plan for it. That's why I want to book 8 so she actually calls 6. That's part of it. It's a numbers game.
Doctors do not get everybody to show up.
Yeah. Somebody's, if I book 6 shows, if I have her book 6 shows, she has some pretty good 1 or 2 are going to cancel. I'm not worried about the 1 or 2. Don't focus on the ones who aren't. You got to focus on the ones who will. Right? You got to focus on the ones who will. Makes sense? So don't worry about that. Don't worry about the ones who aren't. And with the 24-hour call and the right host coaching, the majority of them will stay. Okay? If you're doing the 24-hour call and you're thanking them and you're putting them on that pedestal. Absolutely, it's going to happen. I always said we have team meetings a couple times a month because you do, don't you? You have a recipe night, you have a new consultant class, you have, guys, sometimes we all have what I like to call diarrhea of the mouth. And you feel like you need to tell them everything they need to know in one shot. We have a couple meetings a month. They don't need to know this one is this and this one is that. Our next one is, I would love you to come to that one, Michelle, so I can introduce you to our team here in Chicago. You don't need to tell them. Just like when you're booking shows, they don't need to know that they can book with you tomorrow. We talk about, here's the other thing you do. At your team meetings as directors, you should be, and so that's the next step. You do the interview, you bring them in. What's the next place you would call your consultants at your team meetings? You should be recognizing that activity every single month. And you should be talking about it. In our team, we're all active every single month. Why? Because when everyone's active, everyone's earning income. You're all reaching for your dreams and goals and making an income that you came in today. And so our goal on our team is that everyone is active every single month. Those simple words, guys, are going to bring you from a 35 to 40% activity rate that you all have right now to 65 to 75%. Our goal on this team is everyone's active every single month. Why? Because when everyone is active, everyone's earning an income. Everybody's reaching for their dreams and goals. And really getting out of the business that we came to it for to earn. $17,500 worth of paper show products. You guys rock. I mean, what an incredible month you all had. Right now I want to thank every single person who had a piece in that puzzle. Because without every single one of you turning in at least one show or sales, that could have never happened as a team. And I want you to know I appreciate every single one of you. We are an incredible team. So stand if you had even a little piece of that puzzle. Later in the meeting, now you recognize the stars. You always recognize the stars for their sales. Because I am a personal believer that people work more for recognition than they do for money. I believe people work more for recognition than they do for money. We can all do a better job of